today's From the Ground Up, we tell you about a different way you can grow vegetables without the mess of dirt. I went out to investigate how exactly hydroponic planting works.
Tomatoes are started in material that's called rock wool, and that's how we put the seeds in that. We water that twice a day, and then once it hits a certain level, then we plant them in a bucket system where the buckets have perlite in it, and the perlite is used in place of dirt.
Over the past years, KYOU has provided an indoor place to grow hydroponically. They say they can produce up to 100,000 pounds of tomatoes inside of their greenhouses. And when you are growing inside a greenhouse, that means you don't have to worry about the outdoor conditions.
You get to control the temperature and the weather within the greenhouse. You don't have to worry about the wind. You don't have to worry about if it gets too hot or too cold. You're controlling all of that temperature, which in the long term could be a reduction in cost because you're not having to worry about how your plants are being treated out in the weather.
KYOU also says hydroponic growing is good because it limits the number of chemicals that are put in the ground to allow for a more natural growing. However, the problem with trying to grow hydroponically is trying to lower your electric bill.
One disadvantage could be the cost of the electricity, your utility costs to run a greenhouse, a hydroponic greenhouse, because that is very costly.
Soon, KYOU will be adding their own solar panels to help reduce the cost of their electric bill. And it's estimated the solar panels will pay for themselves in 8 years. But for most people who don't have a greenhouse in their backyard, it's still possible to grow hydroponically.
But even to go to a smaller version, I am aware of people who have started their own smaller, even in-house, little hydroponic greenhouses on their own. You're just producing enough, a few things here and there for your family. It is doable, and people are doing it, to my knowledge.
Something neat that I learned today is be careful what you grow in your hydroponic garden because conditions must be similar for all the plants so they don't have to compete for energy.